Hello, and welcome to Subnautica episode number 9. We're just gonna pick up right where we left off and start reading these notes. So not these. These aren't what I need, but hey. Let's just go ahead and make that stop yelling and making noises.
It is common for those accustomed to synthetic foods to be repulsed by eating an animal carcass. Remember that humans survived this way for millennia. You can too.
I'm not really a doctor. I know that's what my ID says, but I never have been. Cheated the medical exams. What does a doctor these days need to know about manually resetting bones? When was the last time a top surgeon actually cut someone open? That's what the robots are for. Doctors these days read diagnoses off of computer readouts. For that, I'm perfectly qualified. But what good is it when I'm not connected to the main network? I'm bleeding. I've got glowing green pustules growing on my hands. I run a self-scan and it tells me I've got skin irritation. The only thing I studied in medical school was how to lie convincingly. What the hell do I know about how to treat an alien disease? I think I'm actually going to die down here.
Sounds like you kind of deserve it, though.
Keen, this is Aurora. Come in.
This is Keen. Life pod detached to OK planet fall in 30 seconds.
The computer has identified a landmass at the attached coordinates. I want you to regroup the crew there.
Understood, but
They are your responsibility now. Don't let them down.
Captain, you need to evacuate.
Negative. You'll need the ship in one piece if you're going to contact HQ on the long range. I'm attempting a controlled descent.
Captain! To any Altera crew. Landed in area of significant alien activity. Encountered predators in the Leviathan class, highly aggressive. Spectroscope scanner assigned species designator Reaper. One specimen attempted to swallow the life pod, doing extensive damage in the process. Only viable option is to make for the safety of the Aurora crash site. I have retrieved a data box with the creature decoy and enough resources to fabricate a couple of them. The swim's longer than the decoy lifetime, but it should just be enough to keep them busy. If you don't find me on board the ship, presume I miscalculated.
Ma'am, I need you to stay calm. We're not in immediate danger.
Where are the rescue teams?
The Aurora didn't make it.
So, where are the rescue teams?
They're dead, ma'am. We have rendezvous coordinates, but the routes are radiated.
So, what are you going to do?
I'm head of human resources, ma'am. This is not my expertise. But the PDA says if we can find some lead, we can make radiation suits.
Out there! I am not setting foot outside this life pod without the proper protection.
Don't worry. I'll go. What are you doing?
You were gone so long. I thought you drowned.
Put the flare down.
I was going to try and attract someone's attention.
That's not a distress flare. Stop waving it around like that. You'll catch the fuel line.
Well, yeah, okay, death from explosion. Okay, so from what I'm hearing, I seem to be the only one who's alive. Nuclear reactor, thermal power plant, okay. So I have a lot of different ways to basically power things. this will really come in handy. I need to get that at some point. May not work on large predators. Okay, well.
I thought it might get claustrophobic living underwater.
Okay, so
Father feels it is. He'd tell me it was childish, but I stare out of the window and sometimes I think how lucky I am to see this world up close. Back on the island, I wouldn't have believed the creatures that live down here.
This island? Okay.
The fish, they glow. There's one that's 90% eyeball. Snakes twice the length of a habitat compartment. Certainly, it's not all friendly. Most of the plant life is toxic. Learned that the hard way. But I've managed to coax some marble melons into growing indoors. And when they don't cover our dietary needs, well, we eat the fish themselves. It's a bit gross, but it's nothing they wouldn't do. I've been attempting to document my findings. Father approves. He says understanding is power, that the more we know about this planet, the more we can use it to our advantage. I'm just doing it because it's fun. It's not easy without proper equipment and network access, but the old-fashioned way, observing, taking notes, testing theories, shows me the world in a way a spectroscopic analysis never could. Lately, I've been watching the crab snakes.
That's what they're called?
They ambush their prey as it tries to feed on the mushrooms they hide in. What they don't eat settles on the seabed, which fertilizes the mushrooms, which feeds the herbivores, and so the chain continues. Co-evolution gives me the fuzzies. Something incredible just happened. Since we're down here, I had this plan to build equipment and study the life forms we were encountering, but I didn't have enough enameled glass. So, I started looking for a natural substrate that would strengthen the glass we have, and those stalker teeth we've been finding fit the bill. Only, well, we needed more. That's when Marguerite got interested. She actually listened to me, more than I can say for Father, and I worked up the courage to talk about my more tentative theories. When I told her they were attracted to metal deposits, that their teeth get dislodged when they pick them up, her eyes narrowed and she dashed out of the room. 3 hours later, she came back, her pack loaded down with stalker teeth. I asked her about it. She shrugged and said my theories were good. Said she had the meeting out of the palm of her hand. I think she meant it literally. She is incredible. She went out to the kelp forest armed with just a heat blade and went fin to fin with a pack of stalkers. On the one hand, that is the coolest thing I have ever heard. On the other, I hope the stalkers didn't come off worse than Marguerite did. She had a huge gash on her forearm. I don't think things went as smoothly as she made out. And what's the point in surviving here if we have to kill everything that makes it so wonderful? I wish I knew more about these animals, but Father won't let me leave the habitat. Maybe with all this glass, we could build a containment unit and get up close to them.
Son, there is always a pecking order. And in our world, money makes a hierarchy. I pay Maida a fraction of what I pay you, and you a fraction of what I pay me.
If money makes the hierarchy, why is Marguerite making the decisions?
We need her. We let her think what she likes, so long as she does what she's told.
What if she doesn't?
For enough money, she will. People always do. We're already 200 meters below sea level. You want to go deeper?
Look around us, Chief. Water leaking through the hull, water outside the hatch. We're drowning real slow. If rescue arrives, whatever shot us down, it's gonna do it again and again until it's shut off. You see an off switch around here, Chief?
Why would it any more likely be half a kilometer down?
Your kid found something on the scanner. There's something down there. Something that shouldn't be.
You're mad.
I'm going all the same, and I've an idea you two are gonna follow. But if you do, be mindful. Your authority stopped at sea level.
You know what Maida told me today? She wants to build a habitat 500 meters below sea level, more than a kilometer northeast of here. And she needs Bart and I to do it. She's got it into her head that she can save us if she just acts recklessly enough. But I've hauled Star Wars to Neptune, Plasteel to the Federation. This family operates 9 different mining colonies across the Ariadne Arm. Maida thinks she's better suited to lead. Her contract still says otherwise. But I just cannot damn well tell whether it's the stupidest idea I ever heard, or my only hope. I turned 80 years old last week. I thought I had another 80 in me, but marooned on this planet, there's no swapping out of my liver when the old one fails. Here, I'm mortal. And Maida is useful. So, it's my responsibility to make a decision. Return to the island and hope whatever knocked the Degazi out of the sky won't do the same to the rescue ship. Or take us deeper in search of answers. And all the while be hoping old age gets me before the sea monsters do. I'll give Maida just one thing. She was right about these caves. There's enough lithium there to fabricate 100 tons of plasteel. Enough for a damn fleet of Cyclops submarines. There was nothing anyone could have done to avoid crashing here. But I was right to order the detour. If we get off this planet, they'll be talking about the Torgal share price on the other side of the Federation.
Okay, and this is about the resources I found. That. Rabbit Ray, and Sky Ray. There's some interesting things around here.
Seek fluid intake.
Only the one with 5 points so far. I wonder if there's different types. Part of me wonders about that and worries about that big time. Seeds, gel sacks. We have a lot of stuff I managed to find. How much of this is useful, how much is not, I have no idea. Everything, I'd say. So close all that up. Alright. Good. I have 1 water, so we drink.
Vital signs stabilizing.
So there's food somewhere on here. That was a lot of reading, guys, so sorry, there seemed to be a lot of data for this game. Which also means I'm probably going to be here for a while, so that doesn't really set well. I'm sure I'll pick that up. Those are, so I guess they're not important. Fascinating. Ooh, flowers. Well, shrubs. Interesting. Jump, good. Tree. Ooh, I can eat that. Okay, that's good news. Numb. So keep one of you. Plant. Let's not do that. We'll come back later if we need any of this stuff. Something about Marlboro melons. If they actually did manage to survive here. So whatever they're talking about with weird melon things. That's where we're heading up there. Huh. Kinda like Skyrim when you run up the hill. I've played some Skyrim before. I don't like whatever that sound was. Okay, kind of a little bit of a path. Oh look, more rifle fragments.
New blueprint acquired. blueprint acquired.
Someone tells me to take one of those. Burn foam, I'll take that, yes. Grub basket, guess it's loaded. Ain't really worth scanning here. Nope. There's another logbook though.
Integrating new PDA data.
Return. So he came back, but there's nobody here. Doesn't bode well, unfortunately. Oh! Oh! That hurt. Grab my flashlight, please. Noises. This is really scary. If I fall, I think I'm gonna die because I'm pretty sure there's fall damage. Well, actually, I know there is. I took damage from barely moving down a little bit. Pretty sure if I fall from this high, I go splat to death. I get demonetized, in other words. Ooh. Alright. That's new.
New blueprint acquired.
Okay.
Integrating new PDA data.
So these are the first ones. I jumped a little ahead, that means, when I went down there. Fascinating. So far I haven't seen anything dangerous on this island, which is kind of nice. It's kind of a relief, honestly. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Oh. Use the ladder. Extra battery.
Integrating new PDA data.
Tell this place is abandoned, unfortunately. Ooh, grow battery.
New blueprint acquired.
Oh, what the heck is that?
Integrating new PDA data.
Oh, no, there are aliens. Well, I mean, that kind of makes sense. Or are they even here anymore? Because I've been wandering around for a while. I haven't found anything of them.
Signal location uploaded to PDA. Integrating new PDA data.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Okay. I already got those two things made up. Do not have one of you yet. I'm still missing something for the Cyclops. It's sad. It also makes sense. Ion Cube. Well, that's a new piece. Anyways, let's go ahead and read some of this stuff, I guess.
This is the first time I've seen sunlight in months. After all that time in the deep, I'd been dreaming of it. Now that I'm back here, I'm finding it hard to enjoy alone. Father was right. We should never have left this place. We shouldn't have gone so deep. They do not want us down there. Despite my best efforts, ill health is taking hold of me. The visions are getting worse. Marguerite and Father are now part of the ecosystem of this incredible planet. It's reassuring to know that when I go, I'll join them. Until then, well, there's always the view.
This island is a godsend. Look out of the window. No predators, fresh food.
No building materials, nothing left of the ship. And your kid says we're gonna starve without more grow beds. Speak up, kid.
It's true, Father. The natural growth rates are too slow to keep supporting us.
All I'm saying is ocean's got us surrounded. No use hiding. Sooner or later, we'll get our feet wet.
The rest of your life may have been a fight, Maida, but I've made my decision. You want to forfeit your emergency pay to take a swim? Go ahead.
Believe me, I'm thinking on it.
Son, I said wait for the storm to pass. Your life's more valuable to me than a plant patch.
You stopped being in charge when the ship you were captaining sunk.
I'll stop being in charge when you take charge of yourself.
Say, Chief. Chief,
What?
do you know how to drain those grow beds of 40 tons of stormwater? Or how to conjure food from the air?
I know how to prioritize.
I'm just saying, if that's so, what's your boy's life worth to you today? If tomorrow you're gonna be so hungry you start wondering what he tastes like, let him go deal with your plans.
Son, go deal with the plants.
Bard, Torgal has disembarked the habitat.
Interfere with my family again, and when rescue arrives, I will leave you here. Do you understand me?
No rescue coming, Chief. Not in time. No staying here neither. This rain keeps falling, sooner or later this place will be buried. Only choice we got is whether to get buried with it. You see, Chief, you brought us to this sodden planet. Told us we'd see a lush payday. Now what do we got some 6 weeks later? A dead crew, a habitat that's half buried, food washed away.
I suppose the executive decisions would be better left to someone with your extensive experience of hitting people in the face.
I know enough not to take unscheduled detours to uncharted planets. That's something you don't want to learn the hard way.
Easy to judge a decision in hindsight.
You gotta fight
Harder
for 'em.
to come up with a plan of your own.
Got one already. We take what we can carry and hunker down in a cave somewhere. I scouted a site, a couple 100 meters deep, lots of metal deposits.
How do you imagine we'd live?
With ready access to building materials, like damn queens, a couple of water filters, a bioreactor, fresh fish. But Chief, we'll eat seaweed salad and drink our own urine if that's what it takes. All that matters is, do you got something better?
Send the coordinates to my PDA. I'll review your proposal. What is that thing?
I don't know. I found it outside in the sand.
Part of another ship?
None I've ever seen.
It's not even scratched.
Don't fool around with it. It might be worth something.
Stand down, Chief. If it were gonna crumble to dust, it would have done so when I picked it up.
It's glowing.
We're not the first people to come to this planet.
People. Maybe. Could be aliens. Could be the damn sea monsters for all we know. One thing for sure, we ain't gonna find out by staying here.
Chief's log, 5 weeks since the crash. The only other survivors are my son, Mort, and Maida, the cut-price mercenary I commissioned for the journey. After days drifting in the life pod, rain hammering on the roof, the weather cleared and we washed up here. I had Maida salvage the Degazi wreck, set Bart to finding us a stable source of food. His education is paying off sooner than I'd anticipated. Our only problem is Maida. She says the weather's going to turn. I say she's finding excuses to risk our lives. I imagine she's not gonna weaken her life without a physical altercation, and she's itching for a fight. In every judgment she makes, things go from bad to worse. If she had my experience, she'd have more faith. Humans have spent millennia specializing in how to shackle nature to our will. This planet won't cause us any new problems. My one task now is to keep us alive, as comfortably as possible, until the insurance company arranges rescue. In this part of space, that could be months, or even years.
That still doesn't sound good. Anyways. already gone most of my food and water and stuff. I think I'm gonna take a chance. It is like a direct, just downward piece after all. I may regret this as soon as I do this, though, honestly.
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased. Passing 200 meters. Oxygen efficiency greatly decreased. Detecting a titanium mass somewhere in this area. Unable to confirm whether it originated on the Aurora. New blueprint acquired. Integrating new PDA data. New blueprint acquired. .30 seconds.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
New blueprint acquired. Integrating new PDA data. New blueprint acquired. Integrating new PDA data. New blueprint acquired. .30 seconds. Integrating new PDA data. New blueprint acquired. New blueprint acquired.
Get this thing out. Get this thing out of here. I don't want those giant squid things. They're evil. They bad. They very bad. What are you? What are you? Why are you? Go off whatever the heck extra crap we have.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Sure this rifle works, that's good to know. off the bat, we're going to make an interior for a bed. More titanium. Just 1, 2. 4. Stuff is growing, which is very good. Okay, so we made it through another day. We explored a whole island. Got some great logs. Thank you all for watching this crazy video. I will see you all next time, okay?